Welcome to Alma's Kitchen, Alma's Recipe. Today I am going to teach you how to make papas con rajas. Something very simple, not too hard, like really like trying to taste the Mexican, really Mexican flavor. So vamos a empezar. You will need 4 chiles pasilla, 3 medium potatoes, 4 tomatoes, 2 jalapenos, half an onion, 10 ounces of queso fresco, 2 garlics, 2 tablespoons of olive oil or any oil you have. If you have manteca, you can use the 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 cup of water for the recipe, and 4 cups of water to cook the potatoes. The first thing we're going to start is to roast our tomatoes and our chiles. That's the thing they're going to really give you the Mexican flavors. And we are going to need a pan with the lid so we can roast the tomatoes and cook it fully through with the jalapenos. The first thing we're going to start is just to cut this part, so I'm not going to use it. And I'm going to cut also this little part. And also I'm going to cut the stems of my chiles, so get it ready. I already rinsed my tomatoes and my chiles, so now we're going to move to the stove. Place it here with my fix it this way. The reason that I cut it top and bottom is because I can put it like that and I can flip it like really easy. You see they'll stand up. See? You see them? That's one of the reasons. I could have cut it after, but I think I find out this is kind of cool. I'm gonna just put also my chiles. To this point, I'm just gonna cover right there. And then I'm gonna be coming a couple times and then just flip it over until they're already roasted and well done. So because the thing that I'm making is papas de rajas, so we're gonna make las rajitas, what that means like fajitas, because we're gonna make straight. So we're gonna go and roast it this one. So this one we're gonna roast it in the flames. And I'm just gonna put it in here in the flame. I'm gonna just do 2 at a time. So this one has been probably like 2 minutes. I'm gonna check, see how it looks. And I cook it in medium heat, so it's still like not too. I'm just gonna leave it like that for a little longer. Okay, I'm gonna flip my tomatoes. You see this is already roasting the side, so I'm gonna turn it over. And I'm gonna turn this one too. Cover it again. When I was growing up, my father used to plant a lot of chiles, so we used to eat a lot of chiles. So that's why I love chiles. My family always teasing me because I always like to eat chili. If you don't have any stove with gas and you only have an electric stove, you can just put it in a pan, just like we're doing with this. But I like to do it like that. It's easy. So I already roasted this side, so I'm gonna just flip it, every single one, and I'm gonna keep flipping the chiles, jalapenos, and we're gonna cover it again. To this point, my chiles are already done. As you see, they're already dark. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it in a bag to let it to sweat, so that way it's easy to peel. And I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the other ones. I'm only using 4, so I'm just gonna do 2 at a time, and we're gonna do the same thing. Okay, so my chiles are already done, so I'm just gonna turn off the stove, and I'm gonna just put it in here, and I'm gonna let it here sweat until I'm preparing my second step. So we're gonna move to different steps. I'm gonna preheat water. I'm gonna put it in medium heat. I have 4 cups over here. All depends how big or how wide your pot will be. But you need plenty water to cover your potatoes to this point. I'm using 4 cups, so I'm gonna see if I need to add a little bit more. I am going to check my tomatoes and my chiles, and I think they're pretty much done too. I'm just gonna leave it maybe 3 more minutes. Usually to do the tomatoes and the chiles to roast it, and maybe it takes like, it all depends how you stove, because some stove has a bigger flame. But I think between 15 minutes to 25 minutes, that's what it takes to roast your chiles. I'm just gonna let it 3 more minutes, and then I'll turn it off. Alright guys, so my chili has been here for like 20 minutes, so I'm just gonna turn it around. You see they already, some of that skin already come out, which is good. Just gonna leave it here and cover, and just gonna turn up. So now we move into, I'm going to peel my potatoes. You can peel it or you don't have to peel it. I leave you that choice up to you. Some people don't like it, some people do, sometimes I don't. But today I'm gonna do it, so I'm gonna just peel it. Okay, so I got that done. So we are going to cut a potato. We're gonna try also to cut it kind of the same size. So because some of the, if you cook, some are really big and some are really small, so they cook at different times. So the first thing we're going to do, we are going to cut it in half, and then another half, and probably like maybe half an inch should be good. We're gonna cook it for 20 minutes. Should be ready, cook already. Same thing with every single one. You know, it's different potatoes. I have white over here, but you can use red potatoes or brown potatoes. Whatever potatoes you want to, it doesn't really matter. I just choose white, and if you want, you can add more or less. Okay, so I'm gonna take my water. My water should be boiled by now. It's kind of getting ready to boil. Alright guys, so my water is almost boiled. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon of salt. And that's my salt, and I am going to add my potatoes. Be careful because it's hot, so you don't want to burn yourself. And I put 4 cups of water, so that's perfect. The thing we wanted to do is just have plenty of water to cover them. So I'm going to cook it like in a medium heat for 20 minutes. In the meantime, I'm cooking my potatoes, and I've been moving to prepare my chiles pasillas. I've been having over here for like 15 minutes or 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And they're ready to peel, so that's what I'm gonna be moving to do it. So I have a napkin here, so it should be easy to peel, you see, because it was in the bag, so it's not really that hard to peel it. And that's one of the reasons we put it in the bag. If you don't put it in the bag to sweat, it's kind of a little hard. See, I've done this one. Anyway guys, so if you guys don't know, this is one of my favorite chiles to eat. Something else that I wanted to mention, some people running into the water because it's easy to peel, but when you do that, it loses the flavor. So it's easy just instead to peel it just by hand. So now we're gonna make our rajas. So I'm gonna take the seed, I'm gonna just cut it. See, and remove the seeds. That should be plenty good. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just write it like that. I'm just gonna cut it like in 3 parts, not too big, not too small. I think this one can be 3 parts. It all depends how big your chili is. So this one was quite a big, and this one is like a 2 inches. You can make it bigger or longer. It doesn't really matter. There's nothing wrong to this. And I'm gonna flip it this way, so if it's spicy, you don't get, your hands gonna get chili. And I have my rajas here, so they're already ready. So I am coming to check my potatoes. It's been like 10, 12, 13 minutes. They're still not ready. So it usually takes like 20 minutes since you put the in there, so the water is already warm up. So in the meantime, we are going to move to make to blend the tomatoes and these ones. Okay, so I have my blender here. So what I'm gonna just do, I'm just gonna cut my tomatoes in half. Since I already cut top and bottom, I'm just gonna cut it in half, put it in my blender, put the 2 garlics. And my tomatoes, when I was roasting it, the skin, if you come and close it and see, over here when I was roasting it, the skin already come out, so that's perfect. So I don't have to do it in this one, just cut it in half, put it in there. It's still a little hot. Put it there. So if you want to peel it, you can peel it. If you don't, just put it like that in the blender. I'm just going to take a little bit of skin, not the whole thing. Just gonna cut it in half, like 3 pieces, put it in my blender. Okay, and I'm going to add 1 cup of water, and now we're just gonna blend it. So now the last thing to chop will be my onion, and I'm just gonna cut it bottom and top always, and remove the skin. If you don't like any onions, you don't have to, but I think onions always give it a good flavor to the food. One of the main ingredients that we usually use, you see I don't use a lot of condiments or a lot of things. Most of my things to give it a really good flavor will be onions and garlic. But if you don't want to, you don't like onions, just skip the step of onions, because I know I have some people who don't like onions. So we do this. Okay, so I have my onions ready. I just chopped half of my onion and I have 1 cup of onions. You can use less, you can use more, however you want, but that's how much I have over here. My potatoes are done, so they've been cooking for 20 minutes. If you just come over here and then just push it and grab it, they're done. Maybe you can just try with the fork because they are hot, but I know they are done. But you see, you can tell they're done. So I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna preheat my pan. 2 tablespoons of oil. I have olive oil. You can use any oil you have, or manteca if you have. Manteca is kind of good, but I usually don't use it. I used to use it when I was in Mexico, but not over here. I only used it when I was a little girl, when my mom made it. So my pan is warm. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna keep it medium heat because when we cook, one of the biggest mistakes that people do when they don't know how to cook, they put the flame so high, the smoke coming out. We don't ever want that. But it is warm, so we're gonna season my onions. Maybe like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. We'll see until it starts changing a little bit. For the people that do not like onions, they wanna skip the onions, to this point it'll be the time to add my fajitas, chiles. My onions been seasoned for 3 minutes. Mis poblanos, just gonna add it right here. And we probably can do this one for another 3 or 4 minutes. My rajas been cooking for 4 minutes. And to this point, it's time to add my tomatoes. And the thing that's going to give it the flavor is the roasted tomatoes and the jalapeno. So we're gonna add it here. Now we're just gonna let it cook for maybe another 3 minutes to let it boil. I am going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, but if you think you need a little more, you can add more or you can add a little less. So first just put like 1 teaspoon of salt. If you think it needs a little more, you can add a little more. But 1 teaspoon for me is good. After I've been cooking my tomato for another 3 or 4 minutes, I'm gonna add my potatoes and let it cook just for another 3 minutes. So I have my been cooking my potatoes for like 3 minutes. Doesn't have to be just to start boil. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna add my cheese. Let it cook for 1 more minute and it's done. Okay, so my cheese been cooking for like 1 minute, 2 minutes. Doesn't really, you can leave it for 1 minute, 2 minutes. To this point, we're just gonna turn it up. And because Alma is hungry, so I'm going to heat 2 tortillas and make a taco. You can make a taco, you can make a burrito, you can eat it with beans, you can eat it with cheese. So I'm gonna just heat 2 tortillas. Ok chicos, so mis rajas con papas ya están listas y Alma is hungry, so I'm gonna make a taco and I'm gonna eat. And guys, this one totally has like the Mexican flavor, so I really recommend if you guys want to make this one. But this one's not very spicy, so it's really good. And this one probably takes like 40 minutes to cook, so it depends how you manage your time to cook it, but between 40 to 1 hour will take. And if you try, let me know how you like it. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. So hasta la vista. Bye.